Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Soul Eater Episode 6. Last time on Soul Eater we had the fight against Dr. Stein, right? And he ended up being a teacher in the end. It was a cool fight, I enjoyed it, but he ended up testing them not being a bad guy. He's the new teacher, replacing Sid, I think, who still died. I still don't know about that. They played it off like it was no big deal. Supposedly Dr. Stein was supposed to be the one to have killed him, but I was thinking maybe he died another way, or Dr. Stein is just allowed to kill teachers sometimes. I don't know. Interesting stuff. I really don't know, but Sid was turned into a zombie. That was the episode before where they fought him and stuff, but yeah, interesting. I'm liking this show. We don't know where this is going. It's possible that Death the Kid might be becoming a student. He said that he was going to while watching the fight against Dr. Stein, but then it ended up being a test anyway, so I don't know if he's actually going to do that or not, but yeah, either way, I'm looking forward to seeing what we're getting into. We don't really have any, teaser this time. Last time we knew they were, showing up at Dr. Stein's place, and then so I figured the next episode would be that fight, but no idea what this one is, so yeah, guys, without further ado, let's just jump into it and watch it. Alright, so like usual, guys, timer-based stuff. You will be using your footage to sync with me. I'm watching it on Netflix in subbed, just so you guys know. We are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. A sound so... Also, apologies, you might hear a humming from my end. It should go away at some point in this video, I think. It's our boiler in the next room over. Sometimes kind of loud. Alright, so we're with Death the Kid in his perfection, huh? Perfectly symmetrical. The lines on the floor with that door panel don't line up perfectly. It's a little bit crooked. Symmetry, man. Need those right angles. Opening time. Subaki, the best character of Subaki. Although Mako's pretty badass. She has very intense faces when she's yelling and swinging her scythe at things. Drinking some water. Oh. This opening is growing on me big time. I think I was having a hard time adjusting to this opening at the very, very beginning, because I was also watching Tower of God, which me personally, the Tower of God opening and ending I love, but this is good too. It was just so overshadowed. For today's classes. Oh, they did say that, dissecting frogs, right? Oh, okay, maybe this is another day. Maybe it wasn't even that day. They just keep doing dissection. Oh no, look at it. Look at his face. The poor bird. And it's on the brink of extinction. Oh no. That poor thing. Oh. Ah. Cutting class. Tisk tisk. Tsubaki could go with Maka. My two favorite characters together. Yes. New student. Death the kid. New student. Kid's first day at the academy. Will it be entrance to remember? Will it be an entrance to remember? Long titles in this show. This is what I'm glad I don't put the titles in my in the title of YouTube. I tend to just make one up, especially for this show where they're that long. I guess you could summarize it to just like an entrance to remember, but then it's like posed as a question. That doesn't, either way, it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. I'm so happy, you bastards! It's like an interesting thing for Patty to say. I feel like I wonder if that was like a translation issue. Maybe she did just say it. Oh. Nope. Make it 8! It's gonna be an even number. Oh my god. That's why. It's not even about a. Not even about an even number. Freaking Patty. A monkey? Like how it has like the arrow, like it has to show us, and then the arrow's following him. I love it. Oh no. Did he ruin the symmetry of the building now or something? By breaking that off? Yeah. Oh my god. I love how Soul is even like, come on, man. Fight against a Shinigami, and I can't vouch for your soul. That was a cool line. I like it. The way he holds his guns. I like the music, though. The ultimate duo. Hmm. Taking it so seriously. Why do I feel like they're gonna get interrupted, or something is gonna change? They can all hear it from there. Their faces. Oh. Oh no, all his feathers are off! This poor bird. Ooh. Confident. How does he do close quarters with guns? I mean, obviously, like, he can kick and... Okay, he can block with the guns. Point blank shot. Oh! That was a different kind of shot, wasn't it? Or was that just the effect because it hit him? Patty. God damn it. Ah, okay. Man, the pole part of what Dr. Stein is sitting on bugs the crap out of me. I would not want to sit on that chair. I feel like it would just like cave in. Just the way it's like. Tsubaki taking it a bit more serious, I think. Hmm. Turning it into a lesson. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Oh god, Patty looks terrifying. What the hell? Unlike his neurotic self. Oh man. Listen and gape. Watch and scream. I wonder why Soul isn't full transforming. Oh. Well shit. Is he gonna be a different form? Or can he only turn into a scythe? Oh! Did it nick him? Yep, it did. Oh my god, what? He just pushes his hair together. Stop the bleeding. Okay. Interesting. So it being that out of sync is what causes him to not even be able to lift it. Oh my god. Oh. So much for their unlimited power with their teamwork. Such a goofy track that plays in the background at scenes like this, whenever they're doing silly stuff. Oh no. That music. God damn it, I thought it was over. Are they gonna hug? This is ridiculous. What am I watching? One more time? Even closer? Okay, no. Ding dog! And then shot. Sorry, my finger slipped. Oh. Oh, the intensity. Intense running. Oh. Good moves. Death the Kid's pretty good. I have a feeling this is gonna end with some kind of, like, symmetry thing causing his defeat. Oh, I thought it was between his legs. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Soul Resonance! Oh, I want to see their Soul Resonance! True colors. Those faces. Those who can't see souls. Okay. I was wondering why they showed that first scene where it said those who can see souls, but that makes more sense when it does that second one. Whoa! Spikies! Holy crap! His arms are just... That's badass. This music, though. I sentenced you to be my ball washing rag? Ugh. It's friggin' badass. That was adorable. This is really bad. Jeez. Now, did the teacher intervene, or... Okay, they were just able to take it. Okay. But they're knocked out, it seems. Okay. I thought... Damn. That was badass. I could have sworn something goofy was gonna happen with, Death the Kid. I guess there still might be, but he won the fight. But... I can't get over how awesome that Soul Resonance was. Dr. Stein. Oh. What? Patty. Clipped. What? Oh. Oh no. Okay. Jesus. Alright, so something did goofy happen. Or something goofy did happen. Got those words mixed up. Hmm. Throwing his words back at him. That right there, I felt like I recognized Soul's voice actor. I'm sure I've heard it somewhere. Oh. Team is back together. Nice. Oh, Lord Death! Howdy, howdy, howdy! Oh, jeez. You're gonna die. He doesn't have one. Oh, I was just making that up. Hmm. Maybe his soul encompasses the entire area and you're just inside it. It's so big. Hmm. Is that going to be a mystery we solve as the show goes, or interesting? All right. Oh, wait! It is just that big, right? Is that what that is? I was just kidding. I was joking. Is that really what it is? Oh, that's funny. Oh man. I was so shocked at that I almost forgot. Since I'm watching this on Netflix, it tried to go to the next episode, but I like watching the outro, and just in case there's anything after, usually there isn't. But it almost went to the next episode. I have to click watch credits if I want to stay on this episode, and I almost missed it. I was too shocked by that. I can't believe I was right. I was just like throwing something out. Jeez. Maybe that makes up for my lack of predicting Dr. Stein to actually be a teacher, because that threw me off so much last episode. I was like, I didn't even consider it. Do 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 do. I wanna be. Ah, not my favorite ending, but it's not bad either. Alrighty though, guys, that is the end of episode 6, right? Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I enjoyed that one. It was goofy, but it was cool at the same time. I always like seeing fights, although there is a part of me that sometimes would like to keep goofy stuff separate from my fights in a lot of shows. I do like this one, don't get me wrong. Um and I do like its format, and I enjoy it, and I have fun with it and everything. But sometimes I do wonder if they kept like the goofy parts for in between fights, and then the fights themselves were, relatively serious. But it seems like almost every fight just has some like goofy thing happen. And there's nothing wrong with that. It was just something I was thinking about that like it would be kind of nice if we did here and there get a like just straight up serious stuff. But you know, there is something to say about that because there will be. I bet at some point in this show there will be a time where they take it super serious. Maybe, I mean, maybe there won't. Maybe that's just the way the show is, and that's fine. But I will take it so much more serious if one of those points come because of all the joking they normally do. You know, um, but But yeah, like for example, I had a hard time taking it seriously when Death the Kid was doing that Anubis or whatever episode where he was in the pyramid and like the pyramid monster was like stomping on him, I think, and he was just freaking out because of symmetry and whatnot, and he was just sitting there taking the hits. I couldn't like take it serious because of the goofiness of like this character just like paralyzed by lack of symmetry and stuff like that. There's just been other goofy moments where I don't quite take the show seriously. So when they're like, "Oh no, you killed him," I'm like, "Well, he's not dead. He's just joking around," like that kind of thing. But either way, sorry to focus on that bit right off the bat. But to get into more of some of the other stuff in this episode, the soul resonance for Death the Kid was friggin' awesome. I loved it. Like both his arms turning into gun, that was sick. The spikes like coming out of his shoulders and his like blackish purplish aura that was like emanating from him. It was just so cool. Um he did just fire like a beam and then like it didn't seem to hurt him too much, so like damage wise it didn't seem too impressive, but there's also the chance that Death the Kid was holding back so he didn't kill them. But either way, like just the fact that they were able to stand up and then say like, "Hey, we won," like that bothered me a little bit after like a badass attack like that. But either way, it looked awesome. I love it. That makes me excited for Black Star's Soul Resonance as well. Whenever we get to see him and Tsubaki's, because I said it several times. Tsubaki's my favorite character in the show. I just like how down to earth she is, but Maka does come in like a close second, I think, just because of like her badass like expressions that you see like in the opening and just some of the other times like while she's fighting, she's like gets so intense. I love it. But yeah, so I'm curious how Tsubaki ends up when she gets serious like that. But and Black Star, But either way, but yeah, it's interesting that what's it called? Or I guess it's kind of cool how they relate like so well together. The Thompson sisters and Death the Kid with their soul resonance and stuff. We had that whole bit where Dr. Stein was talking about it, how like the Thompson sisters like what was it? They respect him or look for someone to respect or something along those lines, and then Death the Kid likes large personalities and stuff like that. Kind of. I can't remember the exact words they used, but I just liked the way that they're kind of perfect for each other, and that's kind of something that we're seeing develop between Soul and Maka as these episodes go. In the first episode when it introduced them, they had some conflict while they were fighting. But since then they've been a bit better. They had a little trouble with their wavelength syncing in the I think it might have been like the fourth episode when they were fighting Sid, and then they managed to do it pretty successfully last episode. So we see them like slowly working better and better together, and stuff like that. And then as for Black Star, it seems like Black Star has a good relationship with Tsubaki, although I wonder, something that was kind of brought up was how sad Tsubaki was when Black Star ran off with Soul, Like Maka just took it as like, oh, it's just guys messing around, She didn't seem to take it seriously, but it feels like Tsubaki like actually felt a little bit like betrayed in a way, and they didn't really address it. So I wonder if that's going to be something that comes up like whenever Black Star and Tsubaki go to use their soul resonance. I wonder if there's going to be some issues with the frequencies syncing and stuff like that, or the wavelengths syncing, and that's something that they have to overcome. Maybe Tsubaki has a talk with Black Star, and it brings up what happened in this episode here, but yeah. And then for that bit at the end of the episode, I talked about it a little bit and predicted it right, like right before it happened. But the whole Lord Death, like when Maka looked at it and was like, doesn't have a soul. I thought that might have been. Well, my first guess was my joke guess about it being so big that they're inside it. I was completely joking about that. Like, I cannot believe that I guess that. Not to like toot my own horn. I'm not trying to be like cocky about it, but I guess I'm not surprised that I'm right about it in that sense. I'm just surprised that just happens to be the case, just because how much I was joking when I said that. But anyway, but I thought it, like, after that, when I came up with my serious thought, I was thinking it was gonna be like some plot line we're gonna go down in the future, like, for some reason Lord Death doesn't have a soul. Maybe it's like more ominous, maybe that it means something if you don't have a soul. Maybe it's like a bad thing and Maka's like sort of investigating this on the side, I thought it would just be like this side plot that she thinks about every now and then, of just like how Lord Death like doesn't have a soul, and how like this whole like organization or whatever they're doing here, these meisters, and all this is led by someone without a soul, and that like has some negative repercussions and stuff like that. Or maybe he doesn't feel like, if you don't have a soul, you don't feel emotions the same or something, or you can't be an effective leader. I don't know. I thought like in like a split second, I just like ran through all these scenarios in my head that I was like, maybe this will just be a plot line, and then immediately it zooms out and shows that his soul is just covering the entire academy. I wonder if that acts as like a force field, or if it's just that big, Like, is there any, like, other than just, like, I imagine he's insanely powerful, I wonder if there's ever gonna be something that threatens, the academy that Lord Death has to fight. That'd be cool. I always love when there's like these mentor figures you can look up to that are just insanely strong, and you get to see them fight, Like, I guess I don't know why the first thing that came to my mind was Jiraiya from Naruto. When he comes into the show, he's known as one of the legendary Sannin and stuff like that, but you never like see him fight early on. But then when you actually see him, fighting, it's like pretty incredible, Like that kind of thing. I always love seeing when you get teased at how strong a character is and then you get to see it. But I don't know if we'd ever get to see it. Like, it'd be interesting seeing Lord Death's character design, unless that's like some kind of outfit that he's wearing, or like somehow disguised, I can't imagine Lord Death looking like that and having like a serious badass fight, But it'd be interesting if they could pull it off. That's actually fascinating to me now. Like, I'm just trying to like picture it, and like it would either be insanely goofy or they could like make it insanely badass, But he does wield these like ultimate weapons, right? Like the Death Sice or whatever, the ones that have collected 100 soul or 99 souls and then a witch soul, and they evolve into this like badass weapon that Lord Death uses or whatever. You know, it'd be pretty cool to see that sometime, but who knows? Um, but yeah, I guess I'm starting to learn the form of this show a bit because I'm watching Death the Kid and in Soul and Blackstar fight, and all this goofy stuff is happening between Soul and Blackstar, and I was like, there's gotta be a time when Death the Kid like shows his goofy side, right? Like because he's way too badass right now. While these two like jokesters are going about, he's just like being a god here, and like I started to doubt myself as the fight went on. I was like, oh, maybe it's not. Maybe he's just competent this time and nothing happens. But no, his hair got cut a little bit, messed up his symmetry, and just he was so in distraught about the lack of symmetry on his own body that he started coughing up blood when he wasn't even wounded and passed out. That's some next level shit right there. but but yeah, I feel really bad for the bird. Just this nearly extinct bird, and Dr. Stein just plucks all its feathers out, straps it to a board, and is about to cut into the thing. Luckily for this fight, it distracted him, but I'm sure Dr. Stein's just going to go back in and do it again. He's like, you're almost extinct. You can't go extinct before I cut you open. Pretty, for something like as silly and funny with the bird making that, those faces and sweating and stuff like that, it's kind of like dark and gruesome in a way, but yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think I have much else to talk about or speculate on. I don't really know, like, there's nothing to like speculate on for what we're going into next. It's either just going to be, some kind of mission they go on, or just learning stuff in class or something. I don't know. I really don't know what they're gonna do. But I look forward to it. I've been enjoying this show, but I think that's really all I have to say for this one. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for the support on this Patreon show. If you're not and you don't know what the Patreon shows are, you can check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. I do, if this is coming out on YouTube, that means there's a new show that should be airing on my Patreon that I watch the whole thing on my Patreon. It's benefits for those people that support me and everything, so I try to support you. But yeah, thank you so much for all that, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye.